Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? I would like to say happy Sunday because the times they be a bit cray cray. And so, cheers to everyone. I do believe that technically this will be Whiskey Parade number 3 of 8 days in March. So, if you are live, glad to have you here. If you're watching later, cheers in time machine time, but on a normal progressive level, I guess. I don't even know. Things are crazy. And during this whiskey parade, I have not had any whiskey yet. But I'm having my number 2 Sunday beer, which is a Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. And so, cheers to you, your family, your friends, your pets, and all the areas around you. Today is the craziest day I have ever known in around town news, pretty much everywhere, right? It's almost like things are becoming unglued in 7D chess, 7D being reality, compared to the normal functional 3D, which we've had for a long time. And it almost feels like we're skipping 5D completely. That's probably not true. And I'm just one single person talking to you on a Sunday out of 7 billion people on the planet. And though I went to film school twice and did a whole lot of studying and learning and watching and dreaming while I was alive, I guess legally, technically, that doesn't make me a super expert. That you should, whatever. See, Mercury is retrograde. The good news is, congratulations, we've made it. We are all still alive today, you and I. Because, in real life 2020, as I know, we share, it's not like a zombie film where they like mysteriously defy all physics and then come back. Like, if people go now, they just go and they're gone. Kind of like Avengers Endgame before Thanos, and then they quantum physics 3 billion people, 3.5 billion people and creatures, at least just on our planet alone, back to life. I don't know. That movie is strange. Okay, so yeah, it's a crazy day, and I felt compelled to hang out with you. Am I gonna have a whiskey parade? I don't know. I haven't drank any whiskey yet. This is beer number 2. So they closed Rice, which is a premium school of education here in Houston. Technically, I feel like it's an American extension of Hogwarts, School of Wizardry and Witchcraft. Because magic is real, y'all. Technically, words are like magic, thoughts are like magic. When you write words on paper, draw things, it's like magic. They say knowledge is power. And today is a powerful day because a lot of old knowledge is colliding simultaneously at once. We've got the CV, the virus of 2020 virus on our hands. We've had it on our hands for 2 months. But now we've reached a point where the only sense it makes is for everybody to work together. Excuse me. Smoke if you got them. So yeah, everybody needs to work together. The stock markets are fluctuating on multiple events. Missiles are flying around. In the middle of a Brexit. And 2020 is definitely teaching us how to chill. Where I've been trying to follow this event since it started. And if one thing has been consistent across nations, at some point in time, if the virus comes around town and people start getting sick, they ask those people to stay home. And so in Wuhan, they had to stay home for 2 months straight with very little prior knowledge that it was coming. I have it saying, yo, dude, if you understand how viruses and breathing and airplanes and ships work, like this shit is gonna spread. And it's pretty much inevitable without miracles from Hogwarts or Asteroid Fight Club or whatever good people on this planet still have powers to work miracles. And people like, that's evil. He's talking about working miracles. Like, dude, anytime you've cooked a good meal for someone else or written an amazing song, you've worked a miracle. And it's a good, okay miracle. Like, God's not mad at you. You made magic happen. You know, magic is all around us all the time. I'm talking to you through a digital cell phone. That is like a whole nother level of disconnected earth magic, man. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Sunday, March Madness 2020. And you're my friend. Because I've been on lockdown for a while. And it's definitely doable. One of the times that what I do, like I stay home, I think back to being a kid. Were you ever a kid, dude? Were you a cool kid? I most of the time I was a cool kid. I like comic books and drawing and reading and writing. You know, like back then I used to play with action figures, and before they just sold them and used them as financial products, I'd play with them and then mix them all up. It's so like being in one place, you know, it's not bad. It's like the universe is almost like I've talked about, giving everybody a week off. Whether the people take it or allowed to take it, I don't know, man. Countries and like you have information that is coming out. And so you have the information coming out first through governments, and then through corporations, and then the people. And there's a weird like corporate government layer between digital information these days. It's there, man. It's like building 7 fell. The gatekeepers are there. Anywho, and so we're guessing A, this is controlled depopulation. B, this is uncontrolled depopulation. C, is the whole thing an elaborate hoax where like so many of these countries have gotten 900 million people to go along with this weird play? I'm betting on B. Been betting on B. That it's not controlled. This is a lot like the influenza of 1918, killed 40 to 60 million people. Or even the 1666. One thing about Nostradamus is he lived through that. So way before digital came around and solidified whatever stories were told, sometimes plagues would just come across mankind everywhere. And it usually follows really bad events, like, when many people are killed for not good reasons. Anywho, so that's happening 2020 style. And so the thing that has been consistent over 2 months is where and usually countries you never see working together on large grand scales doing the same things. You've never seen this in actual happening now. And then if I understand it, everybody is like money, like even the richest of the rich have always liked money and good times. That at some point in time, as everything is going on earth, they're still consisting of people having money and good time. And so we've had 2 months for the virus to be messing with the old school way of doing things. So talking about, yeah, so I've been saying since about February 10th ish, it's best to stay home and social distance as much as you can. And the like, if you want to live into the future or don't want, I don't know, I definitely want the first pass. I just don't want to get whatever the virus is. Guess that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it to you. March 8th. How do I look? Do I look great? After 7 years of Thor News, am I still the most handsome man on the planet? All right. What a crazy 7 years! But cheers to Asteroid Fight Club. This is not an official whiskey parade yet because I'm not drinking any whiskey. Drank, drunk, who knows? I've been saying it's like a situation of mass abundance where you got too much stuff. We just don't know how to share it and have it flow properly amongst all the people. Oh, and I was thinking about this crazy thought. If you're with me, hypothetical here, right? They're like talking on in the future scale. That as someone who has loved dreaming about architecture my whole life and building buildings and cities and all the cool things you can build, that like there are 195 countries. So if we were very Star Trekky and just doing what is best for the next 1,000 years, if we wanted to get to cool stuff, that you're going to make any type of grand architecture, cities, infrastructure, highways, roads, tunnels. You're going to do it. You're going to need absolute cooperation. You have 195 countries, so they're all like zoning. They're like towns on Earth. And everyone's like, you can't put that here, you can't put that there. And at some point, talking on a badass super plan idea that like, right, this is what we're gonna build Earth to be, and we're gonna adapt to the Earth as it is adapting to the solar system around it. And so you'd have to have all 195 countries working together, going, "Hey, yeah, let's build some of the coolest shit ever. We have the materials to do it. You have the economic system that I work and flow through because everybody's gonna be living there. They're like Star Trek CCC. Everybody's in this together. Space Force, CCC for everybody. And then, like it works on every single level except for the old level of war and debt. That's my opinion. Can you still have it? I'm trying to like, man. Well, all right. I'm totally handsome now. You are too. Hey, thanks for being beautiful. Yeah, this is the craziest day I've ever known. And how many times have I said that this month? This would be the third Thor News whiskey parade I've not drank out of the bottle. And that's like people, I don't know, people get mad. Where'd my oranges go? But if I'm fighting a virus, like I keep saying, there are rumors, the magical things that are in cannabinoids. So you got both sides telling you the story. One side saying, hey, dude, if you smoke or vape, it shit has a better chance of killing you. I'm like, oh, dang, I'm in trouble. But then the other side, I've always believed, is Viking. Like, I don't know, man, if you're sick or whatever, somehow whiskey helps the body heal. So, congratulations. It's an official whiskey parade. Got this bottle for $20 like a week ago. Doing great so far. But I got to tell y'all, growing up, uh, Jim Morrison, for a while, his music was very influential on me. All right. So, being a Viking, and then like, there's just a whole whiskey thing. It's a whole, if you're a cowboy riding across the desert for days to get to a beer and a whiskey, whatever whiskey it is, whatever beer it is, you usually be a happy man or lady. Happy Ladies Day. Happy International Day. Happy International Women Day. And hey, Venus, Mercury retrograde. I'm all over the place. Yeah, orange juice, water, Mary Jane, whiskey, things that might be good to have if you had to stay home for 2 to 3 months. We've been following the Nostradamus Presage playbook. And so he says it goes away in July. I think we can make it, hopefully, at least get it under control faster. We'd have to have all the Hogwartses working together, though, on like every level. I mean, we could do a little bit of everything if we had teamwork. And so many times I get people who say that cannot happen. But we all know that is not true. It took decades, thousands of years of teamwork on every level to make civilization get this far. This is not civilization's first major virus, you know? I was having like a basketball team, like 8 dudes on your team. Sometimes the internet aspect always puts like a dude on your bench who's like, we can't make it, man. No way. The Illuminati have everything rigged. There's no chance in this basketball game. We're gonna lose 0 to 100. Shit, it's in Revelations. There's no way we should be practicing. We don't need to be working out free throws. We're doomed. We can never win. And you say your basketball playing team is women, but they're really dudes. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, this message came from Mars. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah, welcome to the Whiskey Parade. I hope to not disappoint you. The Thor News Nightly News for Sunday, March 8th, 2020 is as Asteroid Fight Clubby as they get, which is here. And it puts us in a position to give us the chance to work together and do the right thing, save the day, be champions into the future. Sounds like a win plan to me, man. But during this retrograde period of Mercury, feathers have been ruffled. So not only do we have a disease that is breaking out, we have the old system having troubles on its own as it figures out how to give power to the people. Because if you have the people working, people need power and energy to work. Because one of the weird juxtaposition dichotomies that you can never get around as an American or a United States of America is that we had slavery in this country where we show the colors and show our flag all the time. We had slavery happening active as a Christian under Christians during the freedom people, but we got past that. But the weird fucking irony is that even then, if you needed people to pick cotton in the fields, they got health care. Like if they got sick or there was something happening, they were like, we don't want to lose you. And so they made sure that they were taken care of. And in this weird system where they're like, we freed you all. But it was like they flipped a switch at some point and they really didn't. But they did, but they made everything just really motherfucking expensive. Whether it be college, where before you even understand finance or what the fuck is going on, you've already signed X amount of credit cards. You got in college debt to realize, oh, this is talking about, oh, this economic system. But it got us to 2,000 years. It's just now we need something new. And there's that weird fucking aspect to all this Armageddon, end times, apocalypse, all the myths and mythologies and biblical tales and Sumerian tales and Hopi tales and all the tales that have been told and told well for thousands of years. They all are like lining up into the now, right? That's what it feels like to me. I do not know what today feels like to you. So yeah, shit is crazy. Asteroid Fight Club assemble. Space Force come together right now. But if we are like, let's say you, everybody here who's watching is Space Force, one of the best of the best, and somewhere in their areas, like we are in, like we've had at least 5 weeks of community spread on some level. And so the spaces with which we all occupy are going to be interesting. Definitely through March. I'm guessing through July. And I believe that we're going to live to this, the majority of us, and that we're going to keep things together. And that if we make it through this, when we make it through this, we're going to have a super badass, awesome December. Right around December 21st, when Saturn and Jupiter are coming together in the sky. A lot of times, if you step outside your house during the night, depending on where you are, you can see the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets. And Venus gets really bright, and Jupiter gets really bright, and Mars and Saturn can be very, very, very cool. And then Orion is awesome, and the constellations are awesome. What are we talking about? We're talking about the sky. So yeah, we're in what? Month 3, day 8. So like, let us look at 2020 as a 3-act structure. that puts us like the first 4 months or Act 1, month 5 through 8 or Act 2, and then 9 through 12 or Act 3. And let us look at Space Force like a video game. Where you gotta choose to be like, I want to live. Like that part in A Christmas Story where you have Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future. And like, does humanity deserve to live and go on for another 1,000 years? Now, between you and I think yes. And just by me alone, that I've been a cool enough, good enough human being. I think I have my flaws, but humanity deserves to continue. And I think there are a lot of really cool, great people out there as well. And so I think humanity is going to continue. But it's going to get it fucking dicey, man. That we, like a video game, we could lose the game. If good decisions aren't made. But I think you got wars going on at the exact same motherfucking time, dude. Like, as above, so below. Like, Turkey doesn't have any virus infections that we know. You got North Korea firing off missiles. I'm hearing rumors of war between Saudi Arabia and Russia. And I, like, as me, T Thor of Thor News, in 2017, we had Russia in like peace. We had Saudi Arabia in like peace. New cities of the future, super cities. And you had America and North Korea saying peace. There was a point in time when they passed the soccer ball. And so, like, all these players were even talking about publicly during that time. Saudi Arabia and even Israel was quietly just being like, peace. So during that time, we had like a pretty big five, and China and Japan were being super silent. I think without the usual rhetoric of saber rattling, everybody was being pretty like, there was a chill moment. We even had a 1993 moment in 2017. And I was like, holy shit. The first day, it has felt awesome to be your planetary defense commander. Like, it feels awesome all the time, but this was a day where, like, we got a real team victory. And so, stay with me here on this Whiskey Parade if you want to. Like, if you're looking at things going forwards and then going backwards, when you had, like, the Dark Ages, Renaissance, the Revolution, the torture periods, like the King Arthur, like, as we're watching this whole timeline, it's like, right? Going through, like, woo, from like 1800 forward with oil, natural gas, electricity, like, woo, and then digital. Yes, it's a bit wild, but it's been wild the whole time. And we've always made it work. But some really ass jerky dudes and ladies have been along the way, been like, why don't we just throw as many human beings into the volcano or furnace as possible? And so we got to watch out for that. Whatever. That is not my part of the game. I just handle the defense. Orange juice. Peace. Staying cool. Oh, so we're talking about Jim Morrison. This is the end. Beautiful friends, the end. Right? Like at one point in time, he became like a guide or just the Native American spirit of people. Like we're talking about the sins that America has, like that you and I were born with today. The fact that we had bended knee or slavery, and yet we wave that flag the same way. The Catholic Church, like, look at our churches. Yes, sins were committed to get us here. So if America, and I mean America from top to bottom, from South America to Canada and everywhere, like, we're gonna light this candle. The time is now. Yeah, I've said for a while, I'm like the king of America. And so it's time for America to get its act together in this talent show from top to bottom. And we fight this battle on every single level, and we will win. I get the feeling most people, like I felt like even if I died today, I've won my life. I did really well. Like I was good at living, man. But I'm not ready to die today. And I sure want to keep all y'all around for a lot of great times together. Like Mission Impossible, this video may self-destruct at any point in time. So if I just delete this video, because I think they have a filter on me, making me extra less attractive, so I don't get to kiss another lady ever again. And that has definitely been, out of all the things you can do in life, you got like playing guitar, crazily enough, the guitar shaped just like a woman's body. And kissing women, like if you've ever kissed a woman that you loved or were just like, wow, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen on the whole fucking planet, ever. Like, movies will never capture the moment when I first saw you or moment 16,457 when you look, damn woman, I never seen you look that sexy before in my life. They photographed Elvis a lot of times. Random fucking segues. So yeah, like Mercury's moving. So this is the sun, right? You believe in the sun? You here with me on Thor News? Do you believe in the sun? Well, me too. But the sun gives life to Superman. And so I'm all Frank Millered out on energy because we're in a solar minimum and the Mercury retrograde. And those are the lamest excuses ever. But I'm glad you're here with me. like let's say you got a finite amount of time on this planet. I do not want to waste any of your time. True story. So I got a lot of shit to talk about because the news in me, the truth, there's a lot of truth happening. And the truth is, these are the craziest days ever we have ever known. And it's like every mythology, every comic book, every movie, every thought, every dream, like everything's squished into now. It's all happening. So like stay aware stay cool. Everybody in this situation, I would definitely give and keep everybody up with power, food, and water. Like, let's say, between you and I, 41 who watch now, let us say that in my life, I'm 48. That like at age 7, I can kind of just watch movies in my brain. Eyes open, eyes closed. I can just kind of see a bunch of other things happen, like imagination, like, oh, this would be cool. And then you write funny dialogue. And that, so the hero's journey, the like heroic scale, there are a million variables in every single second we have together as we all wake up on Earth. That like all the variables we've ever had every day since I've been here. I've always been thinking about the future. And so I have seen how it can go from the very best to like the worst. Boo, peace. You know? And so we still have an excellent shot at high scores. Like this Event Horizon, in some way or fashion, was always gonna. When the year 2000 hit, when Y2K hit, and digital, like, and as the world became more of a high school / university, we're all on home studies for the next till July. Those are the Nostradamus dates. We have been using in 2020 of like it's supposed to end in July, or at least get better or more controllable. So at this point, if we're asked to stay home, like, yeah, you don't die from staying home. But during the 7 years, we talked about women a lot. And I'm always gonna love Wonder Woman. But I would like to make everything work out and one day write a Western that's really funny. What's it talking about? I have no idea. Smoke if you've just joined us. Smoke them if you got them. Have a drink. James Bond at times has a drink. I was watching A Dirty Dozen, a movie about World War II. You know, before battle began, like some days you just be drinking. And so this is the third. Damn, I'm drinking. But technically, Thor News, not official legal advice, but whiskey, orange juice, water, good thoughts. Whatever the fuck this virus is. Like, as a guy who has thought of all these hero things, like a virus is like a minuscule thing. It's like little Ant-Man in the Marvel movies where it's like air can get teeny tiny, and that little teeny tiny thing through air. So you got like 4 elements. Debatable, I know. Earth, water, fire, wind. And so I would think the virus it probably comes from the wind side. Who knows, man? Because of course there are other elements above the 4. See, now as a human being, I feel dumb. So in the honor of all beautiful women, I'm gonna smell like roses right now. Orange juice, vitamin C, sunlight. You get sunlight, vitamin C. Orange. But what I'm more concerned about is the will to live, the will to fight, the will to believe that we can make it a better future together. you got to pick teams, and I'm pretty sure there are teams out there. There are teams out there that are like, there's no hope. And then Asteroid Fight Club is like, yeah, dude, there's always been hope, and hope shall live with us and beyond. The sun will rise again. And evolution and progress will continue, though we've been stuck in the mud forever. 30, 40 years, who knows? People are going to die and are dying. And it can get really bad if bad decisions are made or are continued to be made. I mentioned this is like Mission Impossible 7/8, though no technical affiliation with whoever owns the rights to all that stuff. It's very 007-y, it's very Game of Thronesy. And conversation is the thing that binds all human beings. And communication lines have been jumbled. And so what is it? The motherfucking 8th, man? I don't even know what time it is. They said time was liquid fluid, and Pisces and Neptune are around, so it's like illusion swimming in. Dang, shucks. But we got like 24 hours-ish till station of Mercury. Because Mercury is the sun that we see, and I have seen, the sun is the sun that we see, and Mercury, to me, is like the sun's wife, or reverse the genders, however the fuck you do it in the yin-yang thing. To where, like, the moon, Earth, like, whatever reason they're like hanging out, they're being like their own binary system. Where, like, they're living together, and sure there are still other people, planets living around them in the Roche limit and the star limit, like, somehow, at some level, not only is our solar planet, but like solar system, there's part of all this. Everybody loves everybody. Let's talk about, yeah, so Mercury's a big deal, dude. And Venus is a big deal. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Betelgeuse. So a lot's happening right now. The fact that things are still standing. 2020. It's like that idea of if it were a video game, and I'm not, because you got to look at its challenges. The fact that we made it this far, 2020, is, in my books, amazing. Like, the run since 2015 has been amazing. The fact that you can have so many powerful weapons, so many powerful currencies, so many powerful things, and still keep it running has been amazing. Like, utterly amazing. And so technically, y'all can judge me, and then God is going to judge me all the time. But, like, I've done my best, and I would like you guys to do your best as well. And dogs are great. Cats are great. Birds are great. Horses are great. Turtles are great. I like turtles and lambs. Why is everybody fighting? Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Man, flying would be so cool. Like, think about it. Here it is. Spring is breaking out everywhere across Earth. And one of the best things for a month or two might be to just stay fucking home. But technically, I do not know because all digital information that we are given is hard to verify in real time sometimes. Woo! Woo! And so, yeah, I'm going red alert, but it's under control. All the 70 foundations are still there. But as I referenced previously, what do I know? I don't want to put out any bad information. Sweet. Now, this is the point of the show. At the dog's request, oh, shucks. I'm play guitar. So I think Bill Murray is the head of all the Hogwartses. And so if you've been on vacation for a week or so, Bill, you can come back. I appreciate it. Crazy. That's how the story goes. I haven't had enough whiskey, man. And I'm worried I might be ruining all my scientific reputation. If I can have a moment for my own life, I guess ego, that's that. Since I would guess 2014, 2015 of my YouTube channel, the whole theme, the whole time has just been let us all keep it together. Let us all keep it together. Because all of our forefathers before us kept it together. Whether it be Texas, United States, America, Earth, yeah, mistakes have been made. We kept moving forward. So, my thesis, Thor statement into the apocalypse, Armageddon, Infinity Wars. Yeah! Women are beautiful. Magic. And the animals are cool. So, talk about, I hope, important, cool stuff. Because I don't want to waste your time, baby. I definitely don't want to waste your time. But I was just trying. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Is that during the 7 years, I've done a good job. That no matter what anybody says, at this point I'm going out thinking I've done great as your planetary defense commander, and it's just Thor News, a fucking YouTuber, man, a guy who can get on and give you videos about anything. I will definitely, after 7 whatever years, stay behind my almost 3,000 videos of like for fucking 7 years. I just tried to provide all y'all with cool information that didn't waste your fucking time and hopefully kept it all together. So I'm the king of YouTube, dude. You're allowed to have different opinions. This is America and the internet's where freedom is still semi-real. All right. So if you're here or you made it this far, yes, people will be having mild spinouts to where they're like emotional outbursts. Like this video, or every single whiskey parade I had before now, this is technically a Thor News emotional outburst. And so during that, I've been like, hey, come along. I shall be emotionally outbursting. But after 7 years of getting us ready for it, this is 2020, bitches. Bitches is a term of endearment. Puppies and kittens, man. Dogs are great. And birds fly well together. And someone said, you don't see tigers and lions uniting. And I was like, true. They don't have the power to write novels or even above novels to craft their own musical instruments and then write songs about all the crazy things in life. Like, it's the whole Tower of Babylon. Do you like stories? Well, the Tower of Babylon story is fascinating. And it was all about language. Like, at one time, the earth spoke one language. They're like, fuck that shit. And then they broke it up and gave everybody a bunch of languages. So it's like, which one was the original Babylon language? Man, I don't even know. Because keeping up with all earthly local slang is hard enough in itself. And I don't hear a train a coming. And so people are going to be having their emotional outbursts to deal with realities that are changing over the next few months. And especially the new social distancing periods, I think. So I'm sticking with stay cool. And as I've learned with you tonight during Whiskey Parade number 3, that not trying to downplay the dangerous aspects of everything, that universe and the solar system and the earth definitely seem to have given everyone a week off, possibly a month or more, to figure out what do we want to do with our future. So, yeah, I think we should work together. That sounds cool. And I love you. And I'll probably be back because this emotional outburst is not over. And I'm definitely going to spruce myself up a bit. Oh, crap. Our production value is not as intended. Ball has no light. Do you remember that moment where our president and people from Saudi Arabia were holding on to a ball all together? That was a weird moment. All right, so I guess when I start up Act 2, it will have electricity and color to this ball and music. And I hope I made no grave mistakes in communication, especially so close to Mercury Station. And that at the end of Whiskey Parade Day 3 is that we are still holding it together. Together. Yay. Yay. But it's weird and things are changing. God bless everyone. Stay cool. I love you.